here we are, the very personification of Brexit, the services PMI dropping like a stone on Friday versus the Eurozone, which is, you know, some would say flatlining. There's the truth of Brexit.
I think this is where the UK sort of swan diving in economic data was to be expected. We've seen this reflected in business confidence, consumer confidence, everything looking like it's been falling off a cliff since we've had the June referendum data. We've not had any sort of really official data from the ONS yet, which is why the Bank of England stayed on hold. But what I would say is that what we're seeing in the UK and what we're seeing globally is sort of three big problems. One is productivity, the other is politics, and the third one is policy, which is both fiscal and monetary. Those three factors together are weighing on global growth, and it's why we're in this sort of sub-3% category. One of the reasons why these G20 financial meetings are increasingly important.
And so give us your thoughts on just how much fiscal stimulus we need right now, both in the UK and globally, because Chancellor Hammond talking about a reset on UK fiscal policy being needed. Jack Lew talking about how the feeling at G20 was we don't need austerity, we need fiscal stimulus.
And I agree with those sentiments. Central bankers have reached the limit of where they can take monetary policy. Since the collapse of Lehman Brothers, the top 50 central banks around the world have cut interest rates 675 times. That's one interest rate cut every 3 trading days, combined with $24 trillion worth of asset purchasing.
That's an amazing stat.
They can't do anything more. So it's now for the government to take advantage of the low borrowing costs that has made it possible from the monetary policy side, and in order to sort of do some old-school Keynesian stimulus. The difficulty is politics, because a lot of these governments have come to the power on the back of austerity promises.
What kind of reset can Hammond deliver? I think that was the phrase that he used over the past couple of days. Will it be a tax relief for us or a tax relief for corporates? We already know we're on our way to 15%. 17% is the stop-off, isn't it?
I think you'll see some sort of tweaking around with the corporation tax and potentially the income tax. My concern is that we've had 2 or 3 years of austerity, and trying to turn fiscal policy is a lot like trying to turn a supertanker. The changes you make now won't be felt tomorrow, they'll be felt a year or 2 down the line, so it will still feel like we're tightening for at least the next few months, unless there is a really meaningful shift. So I'm not particularly pinning my hopes on massive monetary stimulus today to get us growth tomorrow.